Entertainment Tonight, the worldwide leader in entertainment news.
And have you seen how terrific Courtney Cox looks these days? Well, let's get started with Courtney's beauty secret revealed.
90% of the time, I'm just such a positive person.
She may be labeled a cougar on TV, but in real life, Courtney Cox sure doesn't look like a woman about to turn 50. In part, that's because Cox has admitted to undergoing Ultherapy. No knives, no lasers. Ultherapy uses ultrasound technology to stimulate collagen production, which tightens the skin. From her friend's days to now, look at how the skin around her neck stays tight.
Here at Roxpo, we're seeing a huge demand for Ultherapy, especially moving into award season. This is a great treatment that is minimally invasive, minimal discomfort, and is something that you can do and be red carpet ready within a week.
Board-certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon Dr. Kevin Brenner says Ultherapy is great for people who don't need a facelift just yet.
Ultherapy you do once, and you start seeing results about 2 weeks after the treatment, and that results actually improve over approximately 3 to 6 months following the treatment.
The procedure takes just about an hour, may cause some redness, and cost between $2,500 and $3,500. Courtney admitted to trying Ultherapy, telling New You magazine, "You know what? I'm game for anything. I'm very open to trying to prolong the inevitable."
This morning, we now have our special report, Wrinkle Rehab. This is where we explore the newest anti-aging therapies. And a star of the Real Housewives of New Jersey is trying an innovative new way to tone and tighten her skin and look years younger without surgery.
Ultherapy uses ultrasound to lift, tone, and tighten loose skin. Dr. William Song, here with another patient, says this is one of his favorite anti-aging therapies because there's zero downtime.
What kind of results do you see?
We're seeing a lift. We're seeing firming of the skin.
Did it really make a difference?
It really did. I mean, I can tell a lift here.
Here is Jacqueline before, and this is after. But the results weren't instant.
Over, 3 to 6 months, it just gradually gets tighter and more tone.
Tonight on 2020, The Cutting Edge.
Good evening. Never has the phrase out with the old, in with the new had truer meaning than tonight. And not just new, but radically new. The most cutting-edge procedures that often don't involve any cutting at all. 48-year-old Cherie Bowman has never had any cosmetic procedures.
I never actually ever went for even a facial.
Between the children and her work as a relationship coach, Cherie never had time for herself until now. Using a new device that delivers heat to shrink the tissue under the skin.
Does that feel okay?
It's not a laser. It uses ultrasound, but not the kind of ultrasound you had during pregnancy. This is high-density focused ultrasound that delivers heat very deep, and that over time will give her a lift, both of the upper and the lower face.
3 weeks after her visit with Dr. Day, Cherie Bowman is getting used to her new face.
Before, I noticed I'd have to pick my eyelid up to put the eyeliner on, and I don't have to do that anymore.
If you have all these treatments, does this mean that you will never look old?
Well, it may not be that you never look old, but we can slow that process down in a very natural way with these procedures.
So
So right now, we're finding out the latest skin tightening tricks and slimming procedures without surgery from cosmetic dermatologists to the stars. Dr. Frederick Brandt.
So many patients don't want surgery. They don't want the downtime, or for medical reasons they can't. And Diane's been a patient of mine for a long time. And here we're using the same ultrasound energy, but instead of targeting fat, we're heating the deeper layers of the skin and the subcutaneous tissue. And you can see I'm applying the ultrasound, and it's very safe. There's a screen back there which shows the levels of the skin you're heating. And we're doing this procedure on the neck. It's going to take about a half an hour.
Okay. You obviously feel that it's worth it, right?
Absolutely.
From NBC News, this is a special age-defying edition of Today.
This is doing what a facelift would do, or a brow lift. It's delivering deep heat to the tissue where you would be cutting the muscle and tying it. This is giving you the ability to see where you're delivering the energy. So you're giving it, it's giving you visualization of where you're delivering your lift.
Today we have Ultherapy. This is a relatively new machine, new technology. It's ultrasonic energy we're actually going to put into the face, which is sound waves.
And you're going to do a little treatment. Maya has had previous treatments, right?
Yes, we treated her the first time 3 months ago.
Yeah, actually, we do have those pictures to show you of the way Maya looked before and after that first treatment. She's getting her second treatment here. I can see that, and she's going to realize even more improvement after this treatment.
From our studios in New York City, it's the Martha Stewart Show. I'm very interested in maintaining a healthy-looking skin, and I thought it would be really great to really investigate how to get your skin to look fantastic. We're going to start with a brand new medical procedure called Ultherapy. That's non-invasive, which means there's no cutting, and you can do it during your lunch hour. One of our producers was very interested in trying it. She's the perfect candidate, in her 50s, not ready to go under the knife yet, and looking for a little lift.
Anyone who's got a little lax collagen and wants lifting of their collagen lattice work of the face is a great candidate for Ultherapy.
Great, well that's me. Tighten up my neck. It needs it.
I will do my best, Barbara, I promise.
Barbara, I can see some tightening happening already.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, we're taking a little break. Not anywhere near as painful as I thought. It's actually kind of relaxing. I think I would describe the sensations as little pinpricks. And part of it feels like a massage.
Now let's look at the before picture. Your neck looks amazingly better.
And there's tightening here.
Yeah.
And there's tightening here.
Yeah. Well, I liked seeing this much more than some of the procedures I've seen on TV with big needles sticking in and big, and stuff being injected and all of that stuff. I'd like to try this kind of thing before I would do any of that stuff.
This is the wave of the future. This
It
is
is.
gentle, and it's a way to get a great result without sort of having to do a lot of pain.
Right.
And it lasts a long time.
Okay, so here to show us these cutting-edge procedures without any cutting, please welcome back dermatologist and author of Forget the Facelift, Dr. Doris Day. Welcome.
And you can see here that it's a very straightforward procedure where we can visualize exactly where we are so we know how deep we're going, and it lifts and tightens. Yeah.
Okay, now,
you know
that's a
that we're
big
there.
difference.
It's uncomfortable, but look at the before and afters. Look at that chin before and after. This is without surgery. This is one treatment later.
Now, how long does that last before that double chin comes hanging back?
That's your new point of aging. That's where you start your aging process from. So that's the beginning.
So
and
if I
depending
eat
on how you behave,
my double chin is there again.
When would I do that instead of a facelift?
I often recommend it for women who absolutely, or men who don't want to have surgical procedures, or even after surgical procedure for that extra oomph.
It looks as though it would be more natural than actually a facelift, which makes you look like you're smiling.
And there's no rebound. Like, it's not going to start to resag worse than you started off. And is this good for brows? Like, people do brows?
For a brow lift. You can get 1 millimeter or 2 of a brow lift. It's really quite dramatic. No surgery. Look at that lift of the brow, how much higher it is. Doesn't even fit in the whole screen.
So why would anybody get plastic surgery?
Well, sometimes, I refer out to plastic surgeons on a daily basis. Sometimes you need plastic surgery, and we work together very closely, but more and more, you really can be cutting edge without the cutting. It's exactly what you said.
It's your hookup to Hollywood.
This is E! News. In addition to keeping Kim fresh-faced, Dr. Lancer, who we were with in his Beverly Hills office, helps his other famous patients get rid of sagging skin with a non-invasive procedure called Ultherapy, which uses ultrasound to firm the skin.
That's delivering a stream of ultrapulses, and that ultrasound is delivering heat. And the heat is what triggers a skin repair mechanism. There will be some immediate response that's really quite dramatic, but the real bang for the buck is 2, 3, 4, 5 months later.
Take a look at the dramatic change in this patient's neckline in just 90 days. After 180 days, another patient's neck is tighter and her face appears smoother.
It may last a year in some people, 2 years in others.
But Dr. Lancer warns, don't expect miracles. You have to make an effort.
Things just don't happen. You have to work at it.
All right, Renee's with me now for tonight's Walgreens Life Changers.
Yeah, turning back the clock on wrinkles is getting a lot easier thanks to hot new life-changing therapy that you can get in less than an hour.
Here's Adriana.
They wave a wand over your face, and in less than an hour, your sagging skin lifts, smooths, and tightens. It's not magic, it's real, and it's called Ultherapy.
Ultherapy is a very, very different type of treatment than other types of treatments that are available today.
How different? No knives, no needles, no downtime. Just ultrasound heat firing up collagen production deep below the surface of your skin. Instant results that get even better with time. Gail Nickelbein had Ultherapy for her neck. Here she is before, here she is after.
I'm at 2 months right now, and I can see a big difference.
That at about 3 months, all of these collagens sort of come together to give you the lifting and the tightening.
Don't look now, but rolling back the clock's getting easier than ever.
At the Academy Awards this Sunday, celebrities will be walking the red carpet decked out in their designer gowns, their fabulous shoes, and those jewels. and they will have a glowing complexion. While the rest of us may not be able to afford the bling, we can get that perfect skin. And here to help us learn how is cosmetic dermatological surgeon Dr. Pat Wexler with some skin secrets of the stars. Great to have you with us.
Thank you very much. It's wonderful to be here.
I'll bring you down here as we move on to the next part, which is basically tightening up. You want to get rid of the sagging skin, the wrinkles. If you're a celebrity and you can afford this next treatment, boy, could you see big results.
Feel some heat when it's being done. It's a one-time treatment, and afterwards you can see the tightening of the connective tissue. It's also causing collagen to be formed.
Wow.
So you're getting a radiance of the skin
it's almost
and
like
a tightening.
that facelift without going under the knife.
For a new view when you look in the mirror this year, you may be considering cosmetic surgery, but right now we are finding out brand new procedures that could transform your face without surgery from cosmetic dermatologist, superb dermatologist, Dr. Frederick Brandt. Welcome, Dr. Brandt.
Thank you. Now, let's talk about new technology here. What this does, it tightens the deeper layers of muscles and the layers under the skin to cause a lifting of the face. No, it's an ultrasonic, and the ultrasound produces heat, and you just apply it to the skin.
The doctor does this.
This is done in a doctor's office. You apply it to the skin, and you can see you get an ultrasound imaging of the skin, and you see exactly where the energy is targeted. So what you're doing is you're heating the muscle, the layers beneath the skin cause a tightening, new collagen production, and you're getting a lifting of the face and the eyebrow.
From treatment on, how long does it last?
The treatment takes approximately 45 minutes to an hour. Pain varies. You'll see the results in about 2 to 3 months.
How long do they last?
That's variable from patient to patient. I always say all these technologies are new, but they depends on how you care for your skin. But you can see the results with the lifting of the brow.
What we're doing today is Ultherapy, and it is a new non-surgical treatment option to lift and tighten skin without recovery time. And what it does is it uses ultrasound to see through the skin and then treat those deep tissue structures for lifting gradually over time. Ultherapy works by first targeting those deep tissue structures for lift. Then we come in to treat a second tissue layer for further toning and tightening. What this process does is it stimulates the skin's natural ability to make collagen. So what we see is a gradual lifting, toning, and tightening over time.
Well, this is great. So thanks, Dr. Keynes. We're going to check back in to see Julia's results a little bit later in the show. It's time to reveal the results of Julia's non-surgical eyebrow lift that we started earlier in the show. So clearly this was pretty much done in no time because it's already done.
It's done.
So how'd it go?
It was great. It was great. Just some minor warm pinpricks, very tolerable, and it was easy.
So you felt the heat.
I felt the heat.
That's what it's all about. That's if you're feeling the heat, that means it's doing something, and this is why ultimately you're going to get a lift. So tell us what we can expect to see in the next weeks to couple months.
So what we did for Julia is we treated all the way around the eye to help lift and tighten. We used ultrasound, and that ultrasound goes through the surface of the skin. What we're trying to do is stimulate the lower part of the skin to make more collagen, but that doesn't happen overnight. It can take 2 to 3 months to see the most dramatic results.
Now you just have to give it time. The inside, your body is going to do it on its own. Collagen.
Exactly.
So these are these great before and after pictures that I believe you brought.
These were supplied by Ulthera, right?
Yes, these are before and after pictures of people who have been treated before and then 3 months after their procedure.
Totally non-invasive, just doing the...
Yeah, and so what we see here, we see a lifting of the eyebrow, an opening of the eyes. People look more refreshed and awake. There's no surgery, there's no cutting, there's no scar, there's no downtime.
Love it.
I can feel the effects already.
You feel a little tighter?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, if you're happy, we're all happy. Thank you so much, Julia.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
That we can lose 10 years. Now we're going to do a non-invasive brow.
Yeah, so as we get older, what happens? Our brows get droopier and we start looking kind of grumpy. And so in the past, all we've had really is surgery.
Grumpy, aren't we?
There's lots of reasons to be grumpy nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, what this is actually, it's called Ulthera.
Ulthera. We'll have all this info on our website, incidentally, if you want to download this and take it to your dermatologist or your doctor. And this is Eva Marie. Eva Marie, you don't look like you have a grumpy brow at all.
No. But
it's bothering you a little bit, huh?
well, I'm going to be 50 next year, so I thought I could take 10 years off somehow.
All right, but you're looking good for 50. Go. Okay, so you're going to let us know if this hurts or not, okay?
Have you lean back.
Take one for the team.
So this is not a laser, so we don't have to use any goggles or anything. But this actually
is not a laser.
No, this actually uses ultrasound. And the great thing is if we put it on our forehead, and you see here, you can actually see the layers of the forehead. This is the skin up here.
Oh, wow.
This is the fat, and this line here is her actual bone. And where these green lines are is where we're actually treating.
Wow.
Yeah, so the great thing about this, though, is we can actually see on the screen, I'm going to put it back on you here, where we're actually treating.
No.
And we can see actually where we're treating.
Does it feel really hot?
No, it feels cold, and it feels like it's tightening up.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
People can get actually an immediate result with this.
No kidding.
Although typically it takes about 3 to 4 months to see your final result.
Takes 3 or 4 months, and then how long does that last?
It typically lasts at least a year. Some people find more.
Oh, wait, I don't want to get the creepy stuff on your hair.
And we have some before and after photos actually to show you, too.
Oh, let's see. You can take a look at these. Take a look at them.
You can see how her brow is definitely higher in the after picture. So it's a non-surgical lift. You can also do the rest of the face with it.